Hi friends, welcome back. My name is Rebecca and today I am sharing part 2 of my list of ways that you can become more self-sufficient. So if you haven't checked out part 1 yet, make sure you go back and check that out before you come back and watch this video. So this video is going to be more geared towards people who maybe aren't so much into gardening. Gardening and agriculture and things like that had a lot to do with the first video that I shared. So this one is going to be maybe a little bit more practical for some people on becoming more self-sufficient and relying more on yourself than you're going to be relying on others. My first tip for today is to cut your monthly expenses. You can do this so many ways. Pack a lunch instead of buying out all the time. Eat at home instead of going out to dinner or ordering in. Make your coffee at home. That's one thing that I do is I like iced coffee, but I don't want to pay extra for it necessarily. So I make my own coffee ice cubes and make iced coffee that way at home. There's so many things that you can do to cut your monthly expenses. Don't get your hair done so often. Maybe skip a nail appointment. Little things like that that really add up and make a big difference in saving money and paying down your debt. Another thing, and a lot of these things go hand in hand, right? So one thing you do is going to affect another thing that you do. So maybe if you're not eating out so much and you're packing a lunch, then you need to plan your meals and your grocery shopping trips, right? So planning your meals is a huge game changer. I decided at the beginning of the year that I was going to start meal planning, and to be honest, I have not stuck up with it as much as I should have. But it does make a big difference in the money that you're saving at the grocery store if you have a plan instead of just going on a whim all the time. Check out your store's local ads. See what sort of specials that they're running for the week, and then use any coupons that are available to you as well. This is a huge game changer when you're going to save money. Also, don't go to the grocery store hungry. That's a really bad idea, right? Going to the grocery store hungry, you're going to end up buying way more than you need because you're hungry and you're just shopping with your eyes and your stomach, right? So these small things can make a really big difference in becoming more self-sufficient and spending less outside on things that you could really do at home and plan and actually spend more time with your family doing these things. Another great tip is to make your meals from scratch. So instead of going out and buying prepared foods, make things from scratch. I really enjoy doing things like this. You have more control over the ingredients that are going into your food. It's more nutritious. You save money doing this and get the kids involved. It's really fun to have kids cook with you in the kitchen. Another thing you can do is learn how to make your own things. Make your own butter, make your own cheese, make your own yogurt, broths. The list goes on of things that you can make from home. You can make your own like cream of chicken or cream of mushroom soups. And if you happen to not have one of those things on hand, but you have the ingredients to make them, it's another great thing to have. I hate when I run out of things, so I try to keep at least one extra of everything that I have. But if I do run out and I want to make a cream of mushroom soup or cream of chicken soup, I have that option because those are really simple, easy things you can do instead of having to run out to the store and buying what you need. Another thing you can do to become more self-sufficient is to make your own bread or make a sourdough starter. I did not hop on the bread making craze of 2020, mostly because there was no yeast available anywhere. You literally could not find it in stores. It just wasn't available. I love sourdough bread, and so does the rest of my family, and I really do want to start a sourdough bread starter, but honestly, I'm a little bit intimidated. I know I just need to get over that, but making bread is really easy to do. It doesn't take much, but it's something really simple and easy that you can do at home, and I haven't done it before. I'm putting on my list of things to do, but I'm sure it's very satisfying as well. This next tip is something that I recently started doing, and there's no looking back for me. I don't think I will ever buy another laundry detergent from the grocery store. I make my own now. You can make your own cleaners, you can make your own dishwasher soap, you can make your own candles, you can make your own soap. There are so many things that you can make on your own from ingredients that are better for you, that are less harmful to you and the environment, and they're so easy to do, right? you can pick up everything you need right at the grocery store and make these things yourself. And I just made another batch of laundry detergent. It had been months since I needed to make any, but I had everything. I keep all of those items stocked in my home, so if I do need them, I don't have to run out and get them. And then I'm just ready if I need to make a batch of laundry detergent or fabric softener. I just make those things at home, and then it's so much better for you. It's so much better for your body. You're not putting all of those harsh chemicals and fragrances into your body that are just not good for you. So I obviously very highly recommend this tip, but maybe if you're not so into that, start slow. Maybe make a homemade cleaner. Those are really easy to make and less harmful and toxic to you and the environment. Another tip to become more self-sufficient and less energy dependent is to air dry your clothes. You can do this either inside or outside. If you have a line, you can hang them outside. Pretty easy to do, right? Go to a hardware store, buy a line, put it up, hang your clothes out there. Or you can buy racks and put them in your home, in your laundry room if you have space, in the basement, somewhere, wherever you do laundry. This is something anybody can do. It's going to save energy, you're going to save costs because you're not running your dryer all the time. And I love air dried clothes. There's nothing like crawling into a bed that has sheets on it that have been air dried. It brings me right back to my childhood because my mom and my grandparents both used to hang our clothes and sheets out on a line. Anyone can do that. The next thing you can do is learn how to sew. Mend your own clothes. You could even make your own clothes. Mending, you don't need a sewing machine for. You just need a little sewing kit. And if you do have a sewing machine, then utilize it. We have a sewing machine here at home. My daughter got really into sewing a few years ago and was like sewing all these clothes and things for her dolls. And it's a great skill to learn how to have. These next tips can really go a long way in becoming self-sufficient. And that is to learn a trade or a skill that is going to be useful around the home and save you a ton of money. So if you can make a quick repair that you don't have to call a repairman for and pay a fee, even if they're just coming out to look at the problem and not fixing it, that is a huge, huge money saver. Learn how to change the oil in your car, learn how to cut hair. These are all skills that are really great to have and that are big money savers. Yes, you are going to spend time doing them, and it is a little bit less convenient than calling up a repairman or making a phone call to get your hair cut, but the list is endless of things and skills that you can learn, and YouTube is actually a really great resource for learning things like this. I know I can't tell you how many times I have not known how to do something or had a question, and I go straight to YouTube because if you want to know, there's a video on it for sure. Another tip in becoming more self-sufficient is to invest in some solar panels or a generator. Now, this may not be an option for everybody. They are pricey, but there are so many different options now for many different needs, especially when it comes to solar power. Investing in solar panels is going to cost you initially upfront, but it could end up saving you a lot of money in the long run. Having a backup generator is also a really good thing to have. Our power went out again yesterday. Our power goes out seemingly all the time. And there was no weather or anything happening yesterday. No real reason for why it went out. It came right back on. It was not out for long, but still, like, why is the power always going out at our house? So investing in solar power or a generator is a really great option if you have the money up front to save you money in the long run. So we all know that gas prices have been out of control, right? And like my husband actually just got gas for the first time the other day under $4 a gallon, which is insane. I know the government keeps touting how gas prices are coming down, but they are not coming down nearly fast enough in my area. I haven't bought gas for under $3 a gallon in a very long time. So along with that, if you have a resource like a bike, use it. Bike instead of driving your car, or walk if you can walk to certain places. It's going to save you money in the long run, plus it's really good exercise. Another great tip is to stop using so many disposables. So use things like linen napkins, stop using paper plates. Instead of using throwaway Tupperware, buy glass storage containers for leftovers that are going to save the environment and save you money in the long run. I was just thinking the other day about how I use a face cloth makeup remover at the end of each day, and I was thinking that I really should and will stop doing that, because it's just as easy to wash my face and take off my makeup with soap and water and not have that waste going into the landfills. And then the next thing you can do is to just recycle, restore old items, and reuse old items that you have in your home. When my husband and I first moved in together, I jokingly asked him if he was a hoarder, because he had a lot of wood and like metal bed rails and things, and I'm like, why on earth do you have all these things? And he's like, well, I'm going to use them. And I was like, really? You're going to use a bunch of metal bed frames? And he literally did. Like, he made a basketball thing for my son. He has made us 2 kayak racks now, and he actually uses these things. And he always jokes and says, remember when you asked if I was a hoarder? But I do the same thing. Like, if I see something that I think could be useful someday, whether it be a craft or something for my garden, I save it, because instead of throwing it into the dump and the landfill, why not reuse the resources that you have? That is my complete list of things that you can do to become more self-sufficient and less reliant on the government and outside resources. Growing your own food, paying down your debt, becoming more resourceful. These are all things that anybody can do, and I'm pretty sure that out of this list of 25 things that I have shared with you over part 1 and 2 of these videos, that everybody can find something that they can do to become more self-reliant. I really hope you enjoyed watching these videos, and I hope that they brought some sort of value to you, and if they did, please be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.